years, I found it much more informative talking to the savvy businessmen at the CIIE than listening to the politicians harp on about tech wars. On innovation and the prospect of it, I also talked to Chinese entrepreneurs. James Pei from the Fourth Paradigm is one of them. Standing in the middle of the company's new office space near Zhong Guancun, also known as Beijing Silicon Valley, he's obviously quite proud of what he and his team have achieved.
For the academic, that the city adopts this one.
So this is actually a place for all the engineers?
Yeah, mostly maybe 80% the people engineer located in this building. Yeah.
I see. So how many engineers you have right now?
Almost 400 is engineering or some math experts. Yeah.
Some of the computer competition champions even.
Yeah.
So how would you attract all of these best talents to come to the company, which is still an entrepreneurship so far?
Yeah, I think those we have the two angles. Firstly is how to say have a dream. Another one is become the world-class engineering, especially in all the such like the sales area. That's such like Oracle's vice president, SAP's our vice president, and even IBM. So we have a lot of people come from some kind of MNC like that. And in our engineering part, so we have a lot of people from Google. From any other internet giant. So we just try to combine these different results together, make us become one culture. Yeah.
That's going to be tough for a manager like you.
Yeah, very diversify.
What is the best trick to bring them together?
Such like that.
What is it then?
This is a competition internally that they encourage the people have one
Snap
idea.
your fingers is called.
Yes, the other one is to change the world.
To have an internal competition.
Absolutely. They can use the different people's angel perspective and the different people's advantage in the skill or experience put together and make customer value and to build a solution in 3 days and to highly competition internally.
To bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
Without paying a buck.
Yeah, but a lot of work.
Yes, okay, there we go. We already see some of those. Yes, nice. James firmly believes his company's huge potential is in China, Europe, and the rest of Asia. So tell me about how a tech company like yours, particularly in the artificial intelligence, one of the areas that certainly attracts a lot of eyeballs, but at the same time could be the victim to geopolitics. How you, as an entrepreneur, trying to struggle with all of these uncertainties?
Yeah, this is a very tough question for us because even we are small, but we have an ambitious strategy is globalization. Not only the China marketing, but also the Europe marketing, and the Asia Pacific is all important marketing we try to focus on.
I did notice you didn't say the United States.
Yes, because in the U.S. we think that it's very sensitive so far. Because we are so small, we could not want to try to make our investment now. Is have the good progress, but in U.S. So far we could not have a very clear judgment there. For this question, we think that fundamentally the economic growth is from the marketing and the technical development. So I think that we can represent some kind of technical development. We have the cutting edge the technology, but in the marketing level that we try to protect the data from the customer's private right, and we try to give the customer and the company a very good ROI solution. Let them use some kind of data to satisfy or serve the customer. But they will have a lot of complexity we could not avoid and we could not solve.
You have seen the 14th five-year plan China just put out. A grand plan. China has this every 5 years, and this time also. And it focused so much on innovation, particularly innovation homemade in a way. So how do you see the potential of artificial intelligence development and competition in this market here in China? And do you think from an entrepreneur's perspective, there's much likely to be still intense interactions between China, the U.S., and Europe, and Asia Pacific, and even Africa, on technologies, on adaptation of innovation, and also on sharing of the market and strategies. Do you see much of that to happen in the near future?
To be honest, maybe in the short term, a lot of phase there. No, we could not see that through very clearly. And very ambitious that so far in this case, I can present a high-tech company in China. You know, we have the cutting-edge technology, we have the trend, we have the data, and we have the support from the government. But if you can see the long term that we think we can face a lot of struggle and the difficulty in the globalization. But I think this is a trend. No people can stop it. Maybe it can slow down a little bit, but it could not stop it. So like I said, the economic development fundamentally is driven by the technical development and the marketing. That the traditional company, maybe they want to have the more market share in China because we are the bigger one. But China have the good technology. They can use that to have more market share globally. This is the trend. We cannot avoid. From the entrepreneur perspective, so far we must solve my problem. It's not a historical problem.
When you look at some of the companies, Huawei, for example, Tencent, and some of the others, their latest experiences, do you see that as fair? Do you also, though, as a young entrepreneur yourself, just starting your empire away, I feel kind of fortunate because you are not, because of the size, not necessarily being scrutinized as much as they were or they had been?
Yeah. So far, this is for us is not the same question or challenge. We are still a tiny one, but we also can learn from them. So, if you can go back the last 2 decades, Chinese so-called globalization companies, Huawei, I think in that area they have their competition advantage. But in the next stage, in the China company, or China is the R&D driven, technical driven company, they will face the different scenario or pace, how they can develop. This period for us is extremely difficult one, but like I said, that we can overcome. But we cannot say that the time is 3 months or 3 years.
I know you and your colleagues are coming from everywhere. Yeah. For an entrepreneur, of course, you want to have all the talents possible. Coming from the Chinese private sector, coming from multinationals. You used to work for a multinational company yourself, actually an American one. How do you see, with the ongoing geopolitics and the different stage of development for multinational companies in China, how would you be able to attract the best talents you could ever have?
Actually, so for us, very exciting experience for the CIIE. I just been involved in the CIIE in the first one. And in that time, I'm the SAP's vice president. And we have a very beautiful stage. Then all the governors come here. So we can give you a very, very, very good story that is named Zhong Guancun. In that time, is Tianjin the vice mayor. And they come to our stage, just talk like a friend. He just tell me that in the past 2 decades, he also actually is a user for SAP. So in that time, he think SAP is very powerful and very attractive. But he says, to be honest, you are old. You need innovation. You need localization. I have a lot of talk with the governor in the several years. But this is a very good talk with the governor, because this is very equally friendly and such like a friend. He just gives some advice and he just think how to help us. So this is a very good memory for us, for foreign company in the CIIE.
So actually they want to welcome foreign investors into their localities. Even the number 1, number 2 guy of the city come out and say hello and come to my place. I'm going to give you support.
Yeah. So your question, I think, for the multinational company, we still have a lot of things learn from them, not only the technical one, but some manual one, operation one, and even the cultural one. So we think we can attract the talent from them, and we also should learn from them how to run the business, not only in a regional market, but the global one. For Paradigm, it's an AI company, and in this year, for us, it's very tough. In the half of the year, we have to suffer from the epidemic. I think for the CIIE, this is very proud that we can involve in this meeting, and it's very important for us to show our cutting-edge technology.
What are some of these technology you would like to showcase in front of the world audience?
In China, actually, we have a slogan. It means AI for everyone. For example, in China, if you use one credit card, so the 80% of the AI computing is from for Paradigm, so that they can help you to prevent some the bad people to steal your money, or if you go to global, you want to have some transactions that naturally the banking will call you whether this is your behavior. In the first several years, you say, oh, it's so nice, the people take care of us. But now that no people call you, it's just because AI know just your behavior.
The privacy of consumers are extremely important, and there have been a lot of reporting about the infringement of personal information. So how do you see the importance of that, and how you've been making your efforts in order to solve some of the problems?
For Paradigm, that we have the fundamentally rule is I do not trade off the data. Actually, that our platform is not to try to identify who is James, who is the teacher Tian, but we just to compute the trend. The people like Mr. James, what kind of behavior they will have, and what kind of service maybe they will satisfy. But actually, the machine didn't know who is the James. Yeah.
And I have noticed that the sign of your company, the logo, English is bigger even than the Chinese characters.
Yeah.
And you've got the slogan all written down in English. It certainly shows your global ambition there.
Yeah, actually, even we are a small company, we have a hungry employee. We have the global view. We're not so focused in the regional marketing. We have the global ambition. So far, and we slogan is AI for everyone. It's not for every Chinese one.
James, what a pleasure. I had a wonderful time in your place.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.